I'm Sudeep Sanchittiga from India, and I'm associated with an organization called Church of North India, Synodical Board of Social Services. We are basically working with the tribals, Adivasis in the state of Jharkhand and Orissa. There, the rights of these Adivasis is totally denied. And because of this climate change, people are struggling to have their daily needs, their livelihood. Most of them are staying in the forest and they are basically having their food from agriculture. Since the use of pesticides, your hybrid seeds has come to India, they are no more having surplus food for rest of the year, and their struggle is on. Although the government knows that what is the need of these people, but they are not giving that much of importance to these people, and their very right is denied to them. And we are working very closely with these people and capacitating their capacity and building their skills so that they can claim their rights. We are trying to create critical masses so that they can demand their rights to the government. And in Jharkhand, basically the government is totally ignoring these people. Although we have the leaders from these communities, but they are after the money. They are having an access with the politicians in the central and with the capitalists. And so many MNCs are coming down to Jharkhand and Orissa, and they are now taking the land of these tribals and they are not displaced. In some of the areas, people are coming up very strongly with their movements. For example, Arsalan Mittal is coming in Jharkhand, but people are protesting. They are saying that they don't want to have steel for feeding. They want rice, not this steel. So they are protesting very hard. And in the Orissa also, the MNCs are coming for bauxite mining and all. So there also the movement is very strong. So we are hoping that these kinds of big companies should not come to our area in the first place, because this kind of development is really making the people displaced from their own habitat. And for Adivasis, they are very closely associated with nature. We can't think Adivasis living without nature. So it is very important for the government to understand the needs of Adivasis. So as an organization, Church of North India, and our resource center at Ranchi, which is working for the tribal identity and indigenous rights, we are focusing mainly to build these people from the communities to raise their voice, to put forth their dissent to the government that this kind of development for them is not going to help, and they want the development to be in their terms, not in the terms of others to dictate. So hopefully we are seeing that people are now coming up with all their dissent and making a point to the government that this kind of development is not going to help.
Do you think that we're going to have to see like a collapse of the economic system that we have right now to put people, to have a planet about people instead of a planet about money?
For the tribals, actually they are totally cut out from the mainstream. And because of this climate change, they have faced irregular rainfall. And their economy is totally based on forest products or agriculture. This time they had a very irregular rainfall and they thought it is the curse from the God. These poor people don't know that it is the deed of the people in the face of God, what they think, and which is putting them in this kind of climate change, and they are the sufferer because they have not done anything wrong to the nature, because they are the people who are protecting the nature. But just because of other people doing something wrong, they are being impacted very badly.
Do you think people all over the world, especially in the industrialized nations, have forgotten that the planet gives us everything that we need to live and that you can't eat money?
Yeah, we can't eat money because they have to understand to the context and the situation of each communities. Because with regard to our situation, we don't want any industrialization or big MNCs coming down there, because our economy basically depend on the forest produce and the agriculture. So we would like to put forth to the outer world also and the government to promote this agriculture and the protection of the forest. And with regard to the forest law and the laws which are made are actually not pro-poor. It is basically anti-poor policies which are also making these tribal peoples displaced. They are born to move from their own place. They are migrated to other places in search of their livelihood.
Thank you.